Hi, this is Paul. Excuse me, I haven't spoken in a while. Anyway, the what I wanted to focus on was actually what happened, the insurrection, which happened Wednesday when they were going to count the votes for electoral college, where Trump made his speech, him, his sons, and Giuliani basically told the his supporters, or the cult, like as I refer to them, to storm the Capitol. He told them to march down to the Capitol, okay? And inevitably, because there were a bunch of white people in the crowd, the majority of that crowd was white, they didn't have enough adequate police protection there. Exactly. And I know people are watching this. You've seen the comparison videos people have done, how when they had Black Lives Matter protests, how they actually National Guards on the steps of the Capitol. There was no way anybody was getting near that. And of course, this time they didn't do the same thing. Even though they had advance warning, Trump was tweeting about it, saying it's going to be wild and stuff. And he even, like I said, he riled the crowd up and said, let's march down to the Capitol. And of course, he got in his limo and went the other way, back to the safety of the White House. Okay, and basically you had this cult break into the White House, and at the end of the day, destroy stuff, stole stuff, desecrated the house, the Capitol, and 5 people are dead, including a cop. Okay, a Capitol cop. Okay, and 4 of the rioters or cult members died. Okay, and now the Democrats are trying to impeach him again. Okay, they actually want him to, Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment, which I think he should do, but because basically Trump threw him under the bus. Okay, and Trump sent the people down there knowing that Mike Pence was there. He didn't care. And you actually had people in the crowd chanting, "Hang Mike, where's Mike Pence?" and "Hang Mike Pence." They actually were able to fashion up a noose. Okay, I think you can see it online. So if you Google it, you can see they actually made an actual noose, a stand with a noose on it, with a rope on it, a noose. Okay, if they were going to hang somebody, and you saw people that were breaking into the Capitol. Somebody that was in the chamber, he actually had a bunch of zip ties. Okay, because their ultimate goal of these idiots, they were going to actually try to harm senators to stop them from counting the vote, and probably hold a mock trial and all this other stuff. But thankfully, they're incompetent as they are loyal to Trump. Okay, and they didn't pay off. Only, of course, like I said, an innocent cop lost his life, and 4 other people who decided to follow Trump over the edge lost their lives. Okay, and they need to be accountability for it. Okay, I was watching this at my job with my fellow coworkers, and it was just surreal watching it. And what everybody kept saying, how come there's not enough cops? They didn't. Okay, and I think that was done on purpose. In fact, I even heard that Mike Pence, that somebody had called Mike Pence to see how he was, and the president didn't even bother to call in the National Guard. In fact, the governor of, I think, New Hampshire, or I'm going to get this wrong, Hogan, I may have the state wrong, but Governor Hogan said he had mobilized the National Guard, and he had to basically wait like 2 hours for somebody to get back to him so he could actually send them down there to help at the Capitol. And I think that was done on purpose. They said Mike Pence had to actually give the order to send the National Guard in there and send more cops from surrounding areas. But that was after the fact, after they had already broken into the chamber, sat at members' desks and stuff, and now they're arresting a bunch of them. But they basically escorted them back out instead of escorting these criminals, into some trucks to be prosecuted. They let them fold back into society and escorted them out. Okay, and that's not a surprise, because white terrorists, and let's call them, that's what they are, domestic terrorists, are treated differently. Okay, that's just reality. Okay, and like I said, I am beyond fed up with Donald Trump, and I hope the families of those 5 people that died sue him to oblivion, sue him into oblivion. Okay, because he's the one that egged on that mob to go down there and do this, so he's responsible. And I hope the state attorney for Washington, D.C., indicts him on a state charge, because I know this idiot is going to try. Donald Trump is going to try to pardon himself. Okay, because he's that much of a weasel. Okay, that he's going to see if he can pardon himself, so he doesn't, so he thinks he can't be prosecuted for inciting a riot. And don't worry, history was going to judge him as the worst president. He is the absolute worst president ever. Okay, and again, I said it before, and I'll say it again. Okay, you had these fed up white people that were just pissed off that America had elected a black president 2 times in a row, that you go the other way and you elect a moron, okay, a guy that has no intellectual curiosity at all, who's actually a supreme narcissist and only cares about himself completely, okay, who basically didn't give a crap about the country at all, who basically milking his supporters for money. I think he's got over $200 million that he raised from these suckers. I mean, loyal fans of his, okay, which he's going to put in his pocket, okay, and you definitely need to indict. Well, like I said, the last I heard was they said Mike Pence didn't rule it out. He's considering it, but he didn't. But he's not making a move on it. But if I was Mike Pence, after he basically left you to die, suppose those people would have got further, okay, and actually broke into the thing and grabbed Mike Pence, and actually, he basically put your life on the line for him. And Donald Trump doesn't care. Like I say, he doesn't care about anybody but himself. If I was Mike Pence, I would go invoke that. And they said that last thing I heard, they said that he hasn't even talked to Mike Pence since that Wednesday. So, are you for real? So what do you get trying to be loyal to this moron, okay, who basically put your life at risk, okay, because he can't accept the fact that he's a loser, that he lost the election, that people can't stand him, that little 1/3 of people that voted for him, okay, there's 330 million people in the country, okay, the 74 or 75 million idiots that voted for him, okay, I don't give a crap about them, okay, they're a bunch of morons, and if anybody thinks, and like I said, and the politicians too, who I'm beyond fed up with this, especially Ted Cruz, who has no backbone whatsoever. He basically insulted you, okay, insulted your wife, insulted your father, okay, call you lying Ted, and here you are carrying his water, hoping that you can sponge off his followers. Ted Cruz is beyond pathetic, okay? And Josh Hawley, I'm glad you lost your book deal, okay? Because that picture of you raising your fist as you're walking into the Capitol, doing like this, raising your fist, this shows you just how just a sniveling weasel that you are, trying to take advantage of the moment. Okay, people died. Okay, 5 people died, and again, I hope that those people sue Donald Trump, sue his son, sue Rudy Giuliani. Okay, sue Josh Hawley, sue Ted Cruz. All those people that ejected, hope they get sued, because I say your indirect action, okay, led to the death of my loved one. So if I was them, I would sue the pants off them. Okay. And like I said, they got 10 more days, and I know that people say, well, the clock is going to run out, or I know the last thing they said was maybe they can, push the articles of impeachment and then maybe delay it until after Joe Biden has 100 days in office. I say screw that, because obviously Mitch McConnell has no interest in impeaching. He's just a complete weasel, okay? And after everything that happened, you think these people would wake up, but this just beyond ridiculous, okay? And I have just no sympathy for people that follow a moron, okay? And Donald Trump is a narcissistic moron, okay, who needs to be locked up, okay, for his crimes, okay? And I pray to God, once he gets out of the White House, that the first thing they do is slap handcuffs on him, okay, and indict him. The district attorney in Washington, D.C. should indict him for inciting a riot, okay? That's a state charge, so that way he can't, him trying to pardon himself, even though I think it's going to get tested in the Supreme Court, and I think he's going to ultimately lose that, because you're not going to make a president have immunity like he's a king. That's not going to happen, okay? So I think if he tests that, I think he's going to lose. He's going to be very surprised that he's going to lose that, okay, and be subject to further jeopardy. But I want the district attorney for Washington, D.C. to indict him on state charges for inciting a riot, okay, because that's exactly what he did. They got it on tape. They can play it and show the results of that. And all those, again, my heart goes out to that cop's family that he died basically because these idiots, because Donald Trump got his fan base up in arms to run and kept lying to them, saying that the election was fraud, it was filled with fraud. And I'm just beyond. And as for those other 4 people, okay, they willingly went there. So I know you're not supposed to have no sympathy for them, but I have no sympathy. They actually went there, okay, and they actually participated in this, in this insurrection, okay. So you got what you asked for. You came there, okay. You chose to believe a con man, okay, and unfortunately you end up paying the price with your life. Which, again, I'm sorry for that, but you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Okay, I know that's a saying, and it applies in this case. But I am beyond fed up with Donald Trump's lousy face. And I know I keep telling myself, don't wish nothing evil on anybody, but what he did to this country is just beyond unforgivable. And all those enablers, I have no sympathy for them either. Exactly. He is going to be down in history as the absolute worst president ever. Okay? And if I was Nancy Pelosi and them, like I said, if Mike Pence don't want to invoke the 25th Amendment, yeah, impeach him again. Okay? Impeach him again. Okay? And make it one of the conditions of that thing that he does not he can't run for office again. Okay? Because that would kill him. Okay? That would absolutely kill him and his massive ego. And I'm glad Twitter, Facebook, and I think Instagram, yeah, they banned him so he can't tweet his little stupid ravings, which I know was driving him crazy. And now that his dumb son, Don Jr., okay, and Fredo, the other one, Eric, okay, they were at that rally too. So I hope those families sue them too. Sue them, sue Giuliani, okay, and sue Trump, okay, because they deserve it. Okay, people died, okay, and it's beyond tragic. And I definitely think they said Donald Trump was in the White House watching it and not even giving a crap about Mike Pence or nothing. Okay, that's to show you what kind of a narcissistic scumbag he is. Okay, and the fact that I would have no problem. If I was Mike Pence, I'd say screw this 25th Amendment and be done with it. Okay, what are you trying to hold on to? Okay, screw Donald Trump. He basically put your life at risk. Okay, by inciting that mob, and you want to be loyal to him? Okay, wake the F up. Okay, but anyway, I just want to say that I want to get a lot of that off my chest because it was almost surreal watching it at work and live. You know, we were watching CNN.com and watching it in real time, and it was just an absolute shame that it had to happen in this country. But again, like I've been saying all along, Donald Trump is an idiot, a moron, a narcissistic crybaby who can't accept the fact that he lost and he's a loser. Okay, and he put those 5 deaths, those 5 people that died, and all the other people that got hurt. That's on him, completely on him, and he should be charged criminally for that. Okay, and that's my feeling on it, and I pray to God that he gets indicted for that. Okay, because I'm sorry, these people's lives. Yeah, you put people's lives at risk, and I saw that image of that cop, that one cop that was like pinned in, and he was basically screaming because he was getting crushed by this stupid MAGA mob. Okay, my heart went out to that guy. He was getting literally squashed to death. Okay, and the cop that died, they said he got beaten in the head with a fire extinguisher. That's how he died. Somebody beat him, one of those protesters beat him in the head with a fire extinguisher. Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, and like I said, those people should have been escorted right into prison vans. The fact that they let them go right after that, it was just shows you the double standard. Okay, and extreme white privilege. Okay, they just let them. After they crashed into the Capitol and caused the mayhem, and escorted them out and didn't detain any of them, which is, well, I think they said they arrested 68 of them. Excuse me, correct that. But all those people that ran in there, they should have been escorted into prison vans, as far as I'm concerned, because they were going against the will of the people. So screw them. Anyway, let me know what you think of this whole insurrection thing. Do you think Donald Trump will be impeached? Will he resign? I don't think he'll resign. His ego is too big to resign. Okay, you would have to admit that he's a loser. Okay, and he's never going to do that. And the fact that he's not going to inauguration, I think, is just as good. And I know they said there's been chatter on the message board about them being another, like 2 more demonstrations and them coming back for the inauguration. Of course, I'm not worried about that because they'll have the National Guard troops out there now instead of when they should have definitely had it then before, because Trump was announcing it that he want people to show up and be wild. So I'm just beyond disgusted. And again, this is just another reason why people hate politicians. Okay, and Donald Trump belongs in a jail cell for the rest of his life. Okay, he deserves him and his sniveling sons. Okay, and all his enablers too. Ted Cruz and Jared Harding should be kicked out of the Senate. Okay, I have zero sympathy for them. They're a bunch of opportunistic weasels. Okay, who only thinks about themselves and not their country. So screw them. Okay. So anyway, feel free to leave your comments down below and let me know what you think. I have links to my social media in the description box, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I also have a link to my Patreon channel, a new channel I opened up. And also have a link to my main channel, Trepacer, in the description box. So please check those out as well. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.